hearing from people who open your eyes and your heart. Imagine knowing what's coming next in the day ahead. Well, I get to live this each morning together with you. Imagine that. How blessed am I? And that's what makes it such a good morning, America.
Now at 11, the Democrats debate.
Are you forgetting what you said 2 minutes ago?
Let us be clear, Joe.
Houston, we have a problem.
We have team coverage from Houston.
To the DMV where voters are still weighing their options.
And only on 7, a life transformed. A young woman survives being run over by a car, only to face a new fight to stay in the country she calls home.
Yes, this is home.
And what a day! Record heat, wild rain, and a double rainbow. So what's next?
Weather whiplash around the DMV, and I'm tracking rain for tomorrow.
Now, ABC 7 News at 11 on your side.
Thank you. As well, thanks to you. Thanks to everyone.
Well, the third debate is over. The campaigns now will begin the spin cycle. One of the big questions tonight, is it the end of the road for some of the candidates?
That brings us to our debate night Insta-poll question. Would you vote for the eventual nominee, even if that person isn't your first choice? Go to WJLA.com/vote now to let us know. Yes, it depends, or voting for Trump or third party.
Now we've got team coverage with the one-liners trending online and what this means looking ahead to the primaries. But we begin with Angelica Alvarez and the highlights in Houston.
The candidates tonight drawing sharp distinctions with each other on this third debate in Houston, Texas. ABC moderators right at the start asking whether the party is moving too far left. One of the biggest distinctions, how to fix health care, with frontrunner former VP Joe Biden detailing how he plans on improving Obamacare.
Replace everything that's been cut, add a public option, guarantee that everyone will be able to have affordable insurance.
While Senators Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders pushed for Medicare for all.
How do we pay for it? We pay for it, those at the very top, the richest individuals and the biggest corporations.
I intend to eliminate all out-of-pocket expenses, all deductibles, all co-payments.
On race relations in the U.S., the common target was President Trump.
A few weeks ago, a shooter drove 10 hours inspired by this president to kill people who look like me.
We know Donald Trump's a racist, but
this debate in Houston covering a lot of ground in 3 hours. Also tackled on the stage, immigration, foreign policy, and U.S. jobs. There is more ground to cover at the next debate, mid-October in Ohio. In Washington, I'm Angelica Alvarez.
All right, so according to Google Trends, the search for debate lineup gained traction during the lunch break and really took off when people got home from work. ABC 7's Carl Willis is live at the alert desk with what started trending when the barbs started flying. Carl.
Yeah, Michelle, we've been watching the Dim Debate hashtag throughout the night, and one of the moments that certainly got a response locally is when former Congressman Beto O'Rourke mentioned a bold strategy when it comes to gun control. You can see a very strong issue there. It was his hometown of El Paso that saw 22 people gunned down at a Walmart just last month.
hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
You see, you got a big response there. One woman in D.C. even tweeted, "It is a bad night for AR-15s." And another moment that had folks kind of scratching their heads is when Andrew Yang said, "I'm Asian, so I know a lot of doctors." He was, at the time, pushing his healthcare platform at the time. Allison?
All right, Carl, thank you very much. So the debate provided an opportunity for voters to potentially narrow down their picks ahead of the primaries in 2020. And we want to show you this. This is a live look at the spin room there in Houston right now, all the candidates doing their interviews. Let's get over to our Annalisa Gale. She's looking ahead now at a watch party in D.C. Annalisa, what are you hearing?
Well, Allison, this week the Congressional Black Caucus is hosting their annual legislative conference. So that meant there were a handful of watch parties with tons of people who will likely be responsible for helping these candidates on the campaign trail.
Because there's only so much attention that can be given to